Hi.
Dr. Richard Bartlett, here, there, and all over the place, and Chella Farrow.
And
Just
all over the place and
oh,
here and everywhere and with you all right now. I'm
Wiki
feeling
World?
really inspired. I'm feeling really inspired by this topic, this magic lane topic, and this invitation to enter life in the magic lane and as the magic lane. It's the beginning of a new year, which I think is a perfect time to be discovering new ways in which we can approach our lives, our creative processes, our experience of being alive and being truly ourselves.
Our
Um,
desire to experience a creative process for some people, because we've been kind of
Even
beat
that,
down, Gotta, I
even
don't know, we
that.
don't want to beat back up or maybe beat sideways, but our desire to actually find the fire, the intensity,
Mhm.
the desire to even move forward with anything, I think is very
It's,
important.
I'm with you on that because there are these times that we experience a lack of dream or desire or feeling blocked or feeling lethargic, feeling lazy. Um, if we consider that our lives are really patterns of an inner reality experience that is reflected back to us by a very finely tuned and responsive field, which is the capacity for everything, we can see that we're experiencing on a daily basis over and over again the projections of our perceptions, our beliefs, our programs of identity. And those projections can become these habituated feedback loops that can really start to feel quite dull, frustrating, dense, painful, and they hinder the natural process of life being able to do what it does. And for the possibility of us experiencing our lives in truly vibrant ways. And whatever dreams and visions we might have held so closely in our hearts and souls, there is always the possibility for those to be reconnected with and reaccessed in new ways. And of course, there's a very powerful and congested collective programs that we're contending with that feel very real to us on a daily basis. But we do have the option to withdraw our energies from that consensus reality, and we can start to become again our guiding music and light of our own power.
And how does one begin to do that? I started to contemplate when I'm working with people, when there are results that occur, and Joe and I both work with people in this way, what's different about when something changes and is noticeable and observable versus when perhaps there's a perception of no change or there's a little bit of change. And we're talking about everything. We're not talking about healing necessarily. We're talking about finances and your emotional, quote, health, your creativity, your joy, your ability to access joy. Where
Mhm.
is that? So I started to really look at that and conclude, like Chella was saying, there's a consensus reality that is just a program. It's the matrix. And so to begin to come out of that, come apart and be a separate people, elect unto that which is within, it is a useful thing. You conceive of moving into a lane less traveled. Like you've got all
Mhm.
this congestion, this traffic. Maybe you're going to Woodstock or something if you're that old, and you have to take a helicopter or something. Uh, or you're Joni Mitchell, she couldn't get to Woodstock, so she writes a song about Woodstock, and the whole thing becomes epic. How do we follow those unique moments, those unique sparks of genius that can occur and not miss them, and then know when they're occurring and be able to amplify them, take advantage
Mm.
of that, and move forward when moving forward is what is indicated?
Yeah. Richard and I have been having deep, long, beautiful discussions about how to access the magic lane and how to feel it and feel it as texture and fabric and atmosphere and color. And we've been exploring new ways in which to access it, where there is flow and unexpected ideas and refreshing vistas. And it's quite exciting because we're experimenting with it with our own lives and processes. I get excited about this in relation to my creative life, my ability to really allow myself to fully birth what has so often felt partly partly experienced, but not fully. It just feels that there's so much more of me that wants to come to life. And we've been looking at how we can work with the underlying patterns or programs without having to delve into the actual material of it necessarily, but how we can, in the moment, feel it change, and to feel where there's an opening, and to notice that it actually feels different. And then to notice how our day proceeded after that, and then to be able to look back on the day and go, oh, that was different, that was new, I approached that differently, to be able to actually identify the change and then to have the possibility of repeating it.
Reproducing something that you notice becomes a lot easier if you continue to do it. Then every time you do it, you make a distinction which moves you further out of the consensus reality lane into that lane of personal magic, personal creation, invention, personal activation.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to explore with you. We're going to do a 3-part webinar, 2 hours per day. It may go a little longer, maybe a little shorter, probably not shorter. And we want to give you something that you can immediately apply to all aspects of your life, not just about healing. And if you've never done anything like that, it doesn't matter at all. This is for you. This is to apply to your anything, your desire to become a painter out of nowhere. I played the guitar for 50 years, but I picked it up and now I'm playing it 5-6 hours a night because I hit that point, recognized it, moved into that lane, and that lane is just dragging me along quite happily. And this is what we want for you. So this is our New Year's gift to you, and we're going to make it very affordable and very fun and full of information and full of things that you can do right now to activate this magic lane for yourself and to change your life. We'll see you there.
See you there. Can't wait.